Hey, good morning. I pray you're all doing very well today. Remember, we've been talking about building bridges to reach people, to be able to communicate with people. And I'm amazed at how difficult some people make it. And most of the things we're talking about are so practical, so common sense. Yes, they're biblically based, but they're common sense things we need to do. It's like the bridge we want to talk about today, the point we want to talk about today. You can build bridges by expressing gratitude and appreciation. We live in a pretty thankless world much of the time. We take so many things that people do for us for granted. I'm talking about our family, our spouse, our kids, our parents. I'm talking about our friends, our fellow church members, our co-workers. All the things we take it for granted so often. And if we would just learn to express a little bit of appreciation for them and for the things that they do, things they do for us sometimes, we'd be amazed. You'd be amazed at the bridges that it would build to them in your relationship with them. It was Dr. Charles Kohler who made this statement. He said, nothing so binds together the heart of the appreciator and the appreciated than the expression of appreciation. There's just something about it. When somebody appreciates you, it does something. And when you show appreciation to them, we become so accustomed to what people do that we take it for granted. But when you learn to say thank you, you learn to smile, you learn to show gratitude, it's amazing what it does. Dr. Frank Garlock made the statement, opening the mouth in appreciation also opens the heart. That's true. It's amazing. I mean, Paul was an expert at showing appreciation. He told the Philippians in Philippians chapter 1 and verse number 3, he said, I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. He said, I appreciate you, and I thank God for you every time I think about you. In Colossians chapter 1 and verse 3, he told them, he said, we give thanks to God and the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, praying always for you. I'm thankful for you. I pray for you. By the way, my friend, if I know you, I am thankful for you, and I do pray for you. You'd be amazed as I walk, as I talk, as I drive down the road. And I think I've told you before, every morning when I drive to church, it's a 15-mile drive. And I usually start by thanking God for who he is and what he has done. And then I continue going kind of from person to person to person, talking to God about needs, talking to God about people, and how much I appreciate who they are and what they do and how they are. That's the way we need to be. Paul told the Thessalonians in 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 2 and 3, he said, we give thanks to God always for you all, making mention of you in our prayers, remembering without ceasing your work of faith and labor of love and patience of hope in our Lord Jesus Christ. He says, I stop to take time to remember you and to think about all the things you do, the labor of love, the patience of hope that you have. I remember you. I remember what you do. That does worlds for bridge building with people in their lives. You wonder why it's hard to communicate sometimes to people. Maybe it's because you don't show them you appreciate them. Maybe it's you don't show them you appreciate what they do. I mean, one of the main problems that I find when I deal with people in relationships is that there just doesn't seem to be any gratitude. I'm talking about husband to wife and wife to husband. I'm talking about parent to child and child to parent. I'm talking about friend to friend. I'm talking about employer to employee and employee to employer gratitude. We take for granted, or we're so gruff about it. Well, they're being paid to do it. They ought to do it. Well, yeah, they are being paid to do it. But you know what? A little gratitude goes a long way to motivating somebody in what they do. It'll build bridges. I want to encourage you today. Show gratitude to people in their lives. Show gratitude to the people you know and are around all the time. Look for ways that you can express gratitude to them. Look for things that you can show gratitude for. This world could go a lot farther and would be a lot stronger. And there'd be a lot more bridges built than walls if we would just learn to show gratitude. God bless you. Have a great day. We'll talk later. Bye-bye.